Welcome to the Renisonce Podcast. Today we're here with Marcel Rodriguez,
Yup.
and so Marcel is an Italian, Mexican, American, and he actually speaks 4 languages and attends Cathedral Catholic. So introduce yourself, Marcel.
So I'm Marcel. I'm from Italy, Naples, and like Vicen said, I speak 4 languages, and I go to Cathedral.
Yeah. So why don't you how do you end up speaking so many languages? Obviously, not a lot of kids have that option.
Italian first is because I was born there and grew up in Italy. Spanish because my dad is Mexican and he always spoke to me in Spanish. Then English because I live here and I had to learn it. And Chinese I'm learning at school and I've been learning it for a while.
Mm-hmm. So you lived in Italy for most of your life, correct?
Yeah.
So how's that transition kind of like changed your worldview and
It was
affected you?
weird because it was pandemic like during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it was even harder to make friends here and stuff. Also, I didn't go to my house directly. I moved into my grandparents' house when I came here. I don't know. The culture is much different here, which I'm still getting used to it, I guess.
Yeah. And so what made you decide to move after?
I guess it wasn't really my choice. It was more like my mom's.
Mm-hmm.
It's just better opportunity overall, and also the school system in Italy is like pretty bad. I would say.
What motivates you
To do what?
to do anything, to wake up in the morning?
Oh, I guess I'm not sure. It's just like live life, enjoy it while I have it. I just like enjoy living it. I guess just meeting with friends, spending time with my family and stuff. I guess also every morning I have to go to school, and that's kind of it. Also, I don't wanna get yelled at by my mom, so that's pretty much it.
Interesting. So your mom has kind of been with you through like this whole like kind of like transition, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was her whole decision. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was her, and I'm really grateful because now I get new experiences in life and meet new people. Even though I did not like coming here, I did not want to learn how to speak English at the start. But yeah, it's been fun, and she's always been there for me.
Mm. So your view of like moving has really like changed throughout time. Like you're like, oh, at first you're like, oh, it's bad, but now it's like, okay.
Yeah, it took time because not speaking the language, not speaking English, it did not help
Mm-hmm.
at all. They thought I was slow in school in 7th grade.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
At all halls?
because I had to take a test to go in, and I passed it. I don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got there, I took like a placement test for classes, and they thought I was slower, so they put me like lower maths and
Really?
all that. Yeah.
Wow. Do you think that's like fair at all? Because obviously there's like a lot of my parents are immigrants, right? Like, do you think you should be, especially for stuff that doesn't require English, do you think you should be like tested for that? Like, for example, for math, there's there's like the word problems, right?
Yeah.
You have to understand the word problems. You have to apply your knowledge.
Yeah.
Do you think that you should be required to, understand to the same effect as like kids who have already lived in America and understand English?
So you're saying if I should be able to understand like all the other stuff and like non-English stuff, the
Mhm.
other kids as
That's
other
not
kids,
true.
I guess.
Should you be held to the same standards in that sense?
I guess it depends. Truly, like
Mm-hmm.
they should like kind of know what level you're at in math, or like you should let them know. But also I don't think you should understand as much because it's a new language, and the hardest part is probably not the problems or like the math homework you're gonna get, but like actually understanding what the teacher's saying and actually learning, which was the hardest part for me.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think that, like, how do I say it? Like, you shouldn't be held back by that. You don't think that, like new people should be required to? All right, so let's say on immigration, right? Do you think new immigrants should be mandated to learn English so that they can complete these kind of like things, or is it kind of like irrelevant? You just think that they should be able to do their job?
I guess it depends on your age, because if you're going to school, you kind of have to learn English. Like, you can't not learn it.
Mm-hmm.
As an adult, I think it would be much different because most immigrant families that I know, the parents don't speak English, and I think it's hard for them. So I don't think it should be required, but I think they should offer classes to learn English and actually help them instead of just letting them be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What are your religious views?
Oh, that's difficult. I guess I was born into a Catholic family.
As an Italian, it's definitely a common thing,
it's
right?
it's very common.
Yes.
Especially my story is that we all do communion, we are all baptized, but it comes to a certain age where parents in Italy especially, they don't really care if you go to mass or not. It's more like passive Catholic where you just don't care. And that was kind of it like me for me, and I didn't my mom didn't care after communion if I went to mass or not. But then when I came here, I went to a Catholic school. And I guess I did believe and stuff, but I didn't really care until I went to Catholic school. And I guess people would guess, well, now he's gonna like actually start praying and go to mass and like build a stronger relationship with Jesus and God, I guess. But it was kind of the opposite for me. I just kind of realized it wasn't what I felt was right to me, and too many questions with the wrong answers.
Right.
I guess it turned me away from the Catholic faith that I grew up with. Also because my dad, it was kind of the same thing with him.
Right.
So I guess for now is, you could say I'm an agnostic, or I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, where you believe, but you don't believe in a certain specific God.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I think it's a very common case nowadays. Would you say that's very usual among Italians? That like, because you would expect that a place with such a deep Christian, especially Catholic culture, you know, with the Vatican and all that, would tend to be more Catholic, right? But do you think that has sort of evolved to the point where the members are kind of like passive and you're kind of just forced into it, or how do you?
Yeah, I guess it's much more average today. I'm not really 100% sure where the turn was in history like that for Italy, because up to like the 1700s, Italy didn't even exist. It was just small kingdoms, and they all were Catholic. I guess it was more on the unification of Italy that it was kind of this big change to like passive. More specifically because the Catholic Church, the Pope, he didn't want Italy to unite. So all the politicians in the old Italy and the unification of Italy did not like the Pope. As Italy and the people were unifying, they wanted to take over Rome, which was Catholic at the time, was like the Vatican.
Right.
They took over it. So I guess nowadays it's just very normal for a kid to, go through communion and sometimes confirmation too. But yeah, they usually turn away from the faith pretty quickly.
Interesting. So it's pretty much go through the motions. If your parents are Catholic, you're Catholic. Yeah. Interesting. So tell me about your sports. What sports do you play, Cathedral?
I've played many, but I guess the main ones right now are wrestling and swim. And I might do badminton. I don't know.
Oh, nice. So tell us a little bit about your backstory to that. How you got into it? How you like it?
I guess wrestling, it was pretty simple. I did not have a sport to do, and it was the only option that seemed but didn't cut people from the team. So I just joined, and honestly, it's a experience to like. It's worth it, especially after you're done with wrestling. Life just seems better. Swim instead, I just kind of the same thing. I used to do badminton freshman year, then sophomore year I switched because of the practice times.
Right, right.
So there's also friends that did swim, so I just joined in, and I think swim is another amazing experience.
Mm-hmm. And so, what was your favorite experience in any of these? Like favorite moment?
Favorite moment? It's difficult. I guess it probably is like the wrestling banquet once wrestling was done. Because through wrestling and practices and tournaments, it's rough. They're really rough. So, sure, you're with your teammates, but truly you're not thinking about that. Instead, when you're with your banquet, you already know them, so you're really actually uniting and talking to them instead of like.
In like ways you haven't before.
Yeah, you haven't.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess it was. I really united with the team then more than during the season.
Interesting. Because you would expect that you kind of like bond through that hardship, but if anything, you just don't talk to each other, or what is it?
Yeah, there's not much talking. Like
Interesting.
the coaches don't like you talking, so it's pretty quiet, I would say. And also you're too locked in the practices and the drills because they're consecutive. You do not get a water time. Like
No.
we stop practicing for 2 minutes mid practice and then just keep going at it. Yeah.
So I guess it kind of comes to a lot of people, they do sports for enjoyment, right?
Yeah.
In a sport-centered school like Cathedral, that starts to shift more to competitiveness.
Yeah.
Right? I definitely see with a lot of like teams, a lot of sports, especially like like football or anything, it becomes way more competitive than it is just for enjoyment. So do you think that's kind of like taken away from like the value of it, especially for you? Or how do you think that the culture, at least at Cathedral, has affected some kids' perception of sports and whatnot?
I think it depends on the sport, but most of the sports at Cathedral are very competitive, which I feel like it's a good mentality to have, to be competitive and to work out and think on yourself and about your physical health and stuff like that. But I guess it goes to I think Cathedral brings it too far sometimes, in the way that you're just focusing on being better, and you never care about just enjoying the moment, which was something different when I did badminton freshman year. No, nobody really cared if we won or not. It was just about enjoying the moment. But one thing I will say is that I'm grateful that I'm in a country like the United States, where there's high school sports. If you go to like almost any other high school in the world, they probably only have one sports team.
Interesting.
So you don't get much bonding after school, or
Right.
at least like, unless you for sure hang out with friends. But mostly school takes all the time of the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I think sports is definitely something that a lot of American children take for granted, right? Like, not a lot of places have the kind of availability that we have. So it's truly a blessing. What other blessings in your life are you unaware of?
There's too many, but I'm not sure. I guess my friends are a blessing to me. Both Italy and United States. Because in United States, I guess there are more new friends, but in Italy, I known the guys there for like my whole life, and I've known them since kindergarten or elementary school, and I still talk to them.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah, I guess it's coming to America made me bond with them more and appreciate the moments I spent with them when I lived there.
Interesting.
And at the same time, I appreciate makes me appreciate my friends more here and not just taking it as normal and average.
Right. So despite, being distance, it's actually helped you to see it
Yeah.
better. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, how do you stay in touch? Like, what do you do to bond with your Italians?
I guess a lot of things. Mainly probably video games.
Really?
Yeah, just we don't change video games that much because I don't know. But video games probably also music a lot because
Mm-hmm.
my friends or like some of them they're producers and make beats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So mainly they just send me the beats and then I don't know I'll record something for them and it's like just back and forth. And every summer I go to Italy, which is also a true blessing for me to be able to travel there every summer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I really think that just speaking about the music, it's interesting how the American music and like culture has kind of gone across borders, and I know with like your Italian friends that they also listen to the same music, right?
Yeah, they do.
So it's interesting how you can see, you know, even though it might be, well, not insane. Like music that's popular here is also popular in Italy, and that's something I didn't expect. You know what I mean? I thought it'd be mostly Italian music.
No, honestly, it's not really like that because I'm gonna be honest. Some Italian music, I really do not like it,
Really?
and I don't know. Each person has their own taste, I guess. So, yeah. I also my Italian friends, the music I listen is because of them mostly,
Interesting.
and because I talk to them a lot. One of them would be probably like Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, Vysen, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
Alright, so it's kind of like a would you rather
Mm-hmm.
question.
Yeah. Go.
And they might have asked you this before.
Yeah.
So, would you rather like meet a girl
Mm-hmm.
who like I don't know, I guess like she has like a great personality and like she's great overall, but she doesn't really like follow through stuff, or would you rather go and like talk to like an average girl but who like she's always there for you?
Honestly, like for me, it's like regardless if the person has personality or like good looks or anything at all, right?
Yeah.
If they're not there for you, then that doesn't mean anything. You can't just be in a relationship with anybody who can't be there for you, right? That's just not how relationships work. So,
Yeah.
So for me, I would definitely rather be with just the normal person that does care for me.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. What would you say?
I guess me too, cause who cares about like personality and stuff? I guess it shows even more personality if they're there for you and
Yeah,
stuff,
absolutely.
and it just doesn't show really that commitment if they don't really follow through stuff and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd rather for a person to be truly honest with me and tell me, how they're feeling and, what their situation is rather than just,
Yeah. Have you ever had experience like that?
Yeah, so, way back when I so I talked to a girl.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, I'd want to go on a date with you."
Yeah.
And then, but the problem is like, she just never responded to me, and I would text her and I would call her,
Yeah.
and she would just never respond to me,
Yeah.
and that really shattered my heart because I really did care about the girl. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted her to know that I cared for her, even though she didn't seem to care about me. So it was an incredibly tough situation.
Yeah. How'd you figure it out? Or
Well, one day I decided to talk to her. I was like, we can't have this anymore, right? Because it's just like you were saying, like,
yeah.
if you can't care for me, or if you can't pay the piece of attention to me at all, right?
Yeah.
Then you can't have a relationship, right? So, yeah. That was kind of the situation there. It was horrible. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
What do you think, Marcel?
I don't know. I feel like you made the right decision in confronting her, cause I feel if you don't confront the person, it's just weird. I guess be the better one, or not necessarily better, cause nobody truly is better. Okay.
Yeah. Nobody's perfect.
No,
right?
nobody's perfect. Nobody's none of that. But all I'm trying to say is just if the other person can't even tell you, they can't commit. Just go up to them, talk to them. I guess,
Yeah.
like you said, you talked to her and you told her like, just quit, like stop the relationship instead of like waiting for her to respond or anything.
Yeah, I think what's missing in a lot of like relationships, especially in high school, is like communication. Like nobody wants to be upfront. Nobody wants to be honest. Everybody just wants to, say what they think the person wants to hear, and I think that's problematic, right? Because one day, you're just gonna get enough of it, and
I
you're
feel
not
like
gonna want to
it
hear it anymore.
backlashes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I guess it's more rare in high schools in Italy because you only talk to your classmates and nobody else because you only have one class with different subjects and you stay there. So even though it's kind of forced, you still bonding with your classmates. And here instead you have like a lot of classmates, like at least 90 and stuff.
Well, the schools are just way bigger.
Yeah, the schools are just way bigger. So there's a lot of much different people. It's much more variety, especially in San Diego, of people. And I've experienced just like people like first they say something and they say something else behind your back, and it's becoming more common nowadays, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely issue. People are just are just out there to be like to please you.
Yeah.
Right, and then behind your back, they'll say whatever they want. And I think it's really interesting thing. Yeah. Wrap on the episode. Thank you for watching the Renisonce Podcast, and we'll see you later.
I see it.